Hi and hello, welcome to the video. It's May TBR time. I feel like I say this in every video, but I can't believe we're already approaching May. What do you mean? The 5th month of the year is already here. But with May, there's a lot of new releases. Also at the end of April, there are going to be so many new releases. So I'm very excited to get to them. So that means that for my video or for the TBR right now, I only own 2 books currently in my entire library. So thinking about that is insane. Like, I have 8 books on my TBR. 6 of them are not even out yet, or I don't own physically, because some are out currently. But I want to start off with my physical TBR. It's actually 2 books by the same author, but there's a different series, and I think with both of them I will finish a series. That makes sense. But I have The Ashes and the Star-Cursed King by Carissa Broadbent. This is the 2nd book in the Up in the Wings of a Night. Yeah, it does say the Nightborn duet. So with this, I will end this duet. I read The Serpent and the Wings of Night last September of 2025. And I'm now reading the 2nd book. And I will say I never purchased the 2nd book until like last January. And I was like, why not? I want to continue. I like the writing in this book and Serpent and the Wings of Night. So I like the story. But the fact that the book is 700 pages long is putting me off. It made me debate whether I wanted to read the book or not. But I do want to continue, and like I said, I read the 1st book pretty quickly, so I'm hoping this will be just as good. Then from the same author, I have Mother of Death and Dawn. This is the 3rd and final book in this series. I don't know. Yeah, The War of Lost Hearts. This is the 3rd book. I got these all in these beautiful deluxe editions, and I'm currently obsessed with them. But all this also has an insane amount of pages. So these might be the first books I read in May. This book has 683 pages. I think in comparison with the other book, I think the 2nd book had more pages than this. But I wouldn't know for sure. Wait. What's this? Oh, this is a bonus epilogue. So without that, it's 686 pages. Without spoiling myself, the book. But yeah, like I said, this is the 3rd installment, the 3rd and final one. Very excited. With that, I also am taking off 2 books on my TBR. And I'm saying that because I only have 5 more books on my TBR. That's insane. I also forgot to mention, I did write 1 book down, and I may never forget that I have to read it, but I got selected to read Daybreak? Yeah, Daybreak. By Autumn Woods. This is the 2nd installment in the Summer Song duet, and I screamed when I got that email last Friday. I got it for NetGalley, Spam. I think it's called Spam something else. It's the publisher in the UK. I cried when I saw that email, but I didn't write it down because I do feel like I will read it in April still. So we will see how I go about that. But then I will start off with the released books on my TBR. The book club, we picked our book club book for May, which is The Morning Necklace. There will be a picture on the screen somewhere. It's a historical fiction set in the 1500s of Scotland. That's all I know of the book. But someone from the book club picked it out. She's like, I have this on my TBR, so this is the book, one of the books I wanted to pick. So very happy about that. But like I said, it's a historical fiction. I don't know more about it. I'm sorry. Then I have Broken Harbor by Catherine Cowles, which is the 3rd book in the Sparrow Falls series. I don't own it physically, but I want to get it like soon. You know, I want to read it soon, I want to get it soon. I just want to read the rest of the series because book 1 and 2 I really enjoyed. And I cannot wait, you know, for the rest, to read the rest. And I did get Across the Flying Sky a couple of weeks back. And I want to read that also pretty soon, but it's connected to the Sparrow Falls, so it's recommended to read Sparrow Falls first before reading Across the Flying Sky. So here I am, trying to read that series first. But those are the only 2 books that I have extra that are not, that I don't own currently. I do want to get them soon, like I mentioned, I want to get them soon. I think The Morning Necklace, I will get it after I read it, because I do have the digital copy. And then I have 4 unreleased books on my TBR. 4, as of filming this. Because 2 of them will be releasing the end of April. Which is My Dreadful Darling by H.C. Carlson. It's the first book in a duet. It was going to be 1 book, and then she was like, it's too big to be 1 book, so they're going to be 2. And I think the second book is coming in May, I think, so might be additional to the TBR, but let's just finish the original TBR first. But it's a dark romance. I don't know too much about it. There's not a lot on the internet saying what it's about, so going into it blindly, but I loved her other books. Very excited. Then King of Gluttony by Anna Wong. This is a 6th book in her Kings of Sin series. Don't know too much about it as well, but I do know it's coming soon. Also very excited to read it. I tried to get the art for it and I didn't get picked. But it's released 26th of April, I think, so might still read in April, might not still read in April, but that's a maybe. That's a big maybe. And then I have 2 books that will be released in May, which is Fury Bound by Sable Sorensen. It's the 2nd book in the Direbound Chronicles Direbound series. I read Direbound in January, rated it 5 stars. Is it the best book ever written? No, but I enjoyed my time reading the book, and that's why I gave it 5 stars. And I'm very excited to see where it goes, because book 1 ended on this big cliffhanger. I need to know where it goes now. So when it's the 5th of May, that book will be in my hands. That book will be here. Do I have the pre-order? No. But there is one way or another that I will get that book on release day. And I will read it ASAP. I will read it as soon as it hits my Kindle. I don't care. And then the last book I want to read in May is Fever Dream by Elsie Silver. This is releasing the 16th of May, if I'm correct. If I'm not correct, I'm sorry. But I think it's releasing the 16th of, around the 16th of May. So I have a couple of days before that book comes out to rate my very, very ambitious TBR. I wish I could show how big these books will be, but I have no clue. But the fact that these 2 are on there, as someone who tends to avoid big books, says enough, I think. But very excited to be tackling my TBR, because I think right now there is 3 or 4 on my physical TBR. So, and my physical TBR are the books that I own physically in my shelves, and these are 2 of them. So that's why I want to tackle them. So these are out of the way, and then I have another thick book, but I want to read that in June. So I'm splitting up these big books in different kind of months, because I read Mother of Death and Dawn in March. No, that's a lie. I read, what's the first book? Daughter of No Worlds. That's the first book in the series. I read that in March, then I read the Children of Fallen Gods in April. So I just finished it like a couple of days ago. And then I'm going to read Mother of Death and Dawn in May. So, you know, I I've read the trilogy, but it's not in one single month. Because I do need some palette cleansers after thick books. I need to treat myself on thinner books, and I'm currently reading Project Hail Mary. It's also 500 pages long. But I do know that I will read it pretty soon. But that's it for now. I want to say thank you for watching. If you liked it, please leave a like. And if you want to join the family, hit the subscribe button. And I want to know your TBR for May, so let me know down in the comments. And I will catch you in the next video. Goodbye.